Hi everyone, what's up? Well, I do hope you enjoyed those Resident Evil 4 videos. That was sure awesome to make and, kind of different from what I used to play. Anyway, so now we're going to go back to the T videos and present you a new feeding video. So this is Tarantula feeding video 89. The tarantulas have last been fed around 2 weeks ago, which was Tarantula feeding video 88. So the way I'm going to structure this episode is I'm going to be spanning this in 2 days. Today we're going to feed all the main T's, and tomorrow, Easter Monday, we're going to concentrate on feeding those 92 T.sanctivincenti spiralings. Will be their first time ever that they eat. So without further time to waste, it's 3:28 p.m. Let's get started. So the first T I'm going to feed is my Lasiodora difficilis, the Brazilian fire-red bird-eater, Dora. Oh, cool. Yeah, she hasn't been featured in a while. Here's Cat, she's an A. urticans, the giant Peru Pinktoe. And these are pupated superworms. When they pupate, they become these beetles. She caught that right away. Alright, here's Kira. He is a male Brachypelma albopilosum, the curly hair. Huh. Yep, he grabbed it. He's actually quite a big boy. I'm not sure if you can actually see him. Yeah, anyway. Alright, here's Nicole. She is a Selenocosmia, or really Phlogius crassipes, the Australian or Queensland whistling spider. There she goes. Nice. This tea will always eat. She is my Brachypelma klaasi, the Mexican pink petunia. Alright, let's get a superworm for her. Just perfect. Here's one fat tea. This is my Eupalaestrus campestratus, the pink zebra beauty. My mature female Yasmin, who's hopefully will be gravid very soon. There we go. She's a good girl. Very nice species for someone who wants to get into teas. One of the recommended beginner ones. Anyways, this one here is a Brachypelma albiceps, the Mexican gold red rump. I got from Jesse for the expo a couple of weeks ago. Oh, nice one. Yeah, it's a pity that my trapdoor wouldn't eat again, and again so are the two Diplurids. Usually Diplurids are pretty good eaters. But heck, I'm pretty happy with the Brachypelma, that's for sure. Well, here's one of them. It actually did get it. Pretty fast creatures, that's for sure. Alright, now let's try Oriole. She is my Aphonopelma moderatum, the Rio Grande Gold. Wow. That was sure a lovely attack. Oh, I just love making these feeding videos. Each one of them is so unique and different. And she's literally no exception. One of my favorite Aphonopelmas. That's for sure. Pretty pricey too. Love it. One of my best attacks so far. But then again, it's still young to feeding video. Next up is Brachypelma emilia, the Mexican painted redleg. The last time I tried to feed her, the audio really messed up on my video camera, so fortunately I wasn't able to include it in the previous feeding video. Yeah, but she eats like a horse. And I think ZTTF Fanatic wanted one of these. I would say definitely go for one. They're pretty awesome. Here's Mystery, the Citharacanthus livingstoni, or the Aphonopelma carini rufum, the Livingstone's tea. There we go, Mystery attacks with grace. It's super effective. Alright, here's my Twilight Princess, Midna, the Cobalt Blue, Haplopelma lividum. She ate perfect last time. Let's see if she's going to redeem herself again. Oh, come on. Come on. Give her some words of encouragement, she'll get it. Oh, you fooled me. Alright, everyone's favorite popular rosea. This is Talia. Ooh, it's like a horse. She's pretty methodical in her attacks. Alright. She got this one. Now let's do Vita. She is my Vitalis sorocabi, the Brazilian striped bird eater. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, she's been quite featured recently in many of my feeding videos now. And this is another tea that I have to do a Mythbuster video on. Eventually. Yeah, pretty much like Aphonopelma. Well, here is my Nandu tripepi, the strawberry blonde bird eater, or the giant blonde bird eater. Well, this question keeps popping up every time. So this is a tarantula in pre-molt. Notice that his bald spot is a black color, so I won't be able to feed him until a week after he molts. But he's growing pretty quickly too. So far he's like 2.5 inches, almost 3. He's probably going to be 3.5. Here's Roy, immature male, Grammostola pulchra, Brazilian black. Usually these Grammies are pretty good eaters. There we go. Nice one. Let's see how a Stromatopelma calceatum does. This is the feather-legged baboon that I recently transferred into a tall deli cup. Excellent. Did a good job. Alright, let's try Sephora. He is my P. rufulata male, the red slate ornamental. He's usually pretty hungry for big crickets, so I gave him an adult male. Oh no, you don't. Love it. There he is, and look at the fangs. Man, hate to be that cricket, that's for sure. Haven't been bitten yet by any of my teas, and I hope to plan to stay it that way. Because getting bitten by a pokey Not a fun experience. Alright, here is a Brachypelma verdezi, the Mexican rose gray. Suspect male. These are pretty avid eaters, as you just seen right now. Here's Esmeralda. She is an Aphonopelma udamen, the emerald skeleton tea. Pretty fast and very defensive. So let's see if she's going to take down a super room. Oh well. Next tea. Alright, I hope we're up for some Tapinocenius gigas, the orange tree spider. Yeah, this one here is one of my males. Oh yeah, definitely caught that one. Here's one of my females. Ooh, nice 180 there. Sweet. And to think these were the little 30 babies that I got back 2 years ago. They're growing so quickly. This guy scared the pants out of me. As soon as I opened this cage, he went ballistic. And whenever you're going to buy those T.sanctivincenti, you're going to have to really be careful because they're pretty much as fast. Especially when they age. You're going to have a lot of trouble feeding them. Alright, so this is the... Whoop, have 2 Gurkhas in there. So okay, he's going to enjoy it. Oh, nice attack there. Alright, here is one of my Triniochilus lagarti, the 4-tall baboon. This is Nerissa, who I mistakenly thought that this was a P. cordatus, but it's not. See if I can actually push it down. She took it. Cool. Yeah, one of my pet holes. There she is. Yeah, this is definitely a P. lagarti. And definitely female too. Here's a penultimate male, Poecilotheria fasciata, the Sri Lankan ornamental. His name is Thomas. Wow. He's lightning speed, man. Thomas the Engine. God, I love these pokies. Here's Peach, Grammosola pulchripes, the Choco Goldeny. Yeah, she got her appetite back. I think Wendy, my other one, is in pre-molt. She hasn't been eating recently. Yeah, this one is a pretty good girl now. She was like half an inch back 3 years ago, so pretty fast growing Grammosola. Now let's try the spawn from hell. Pinktoe, Haitian brown bird eater. She's got a fat abdomen too, so I know definitely she's well fed. Oop. Come on, Isabella, you can get it. I named her after Resident Evil 4. I think she's pretty fat. Not hungry. Let's try my freshly molted Avicularia lata, the Puerto Rican Pinktoe. Well, I think Sturmy76 was right, that these are one of the more aggressive species. Wow. She ate it and she's certainly gotten a lot more defensive than the last time, and definitely I remember handling her before her molt. Gotta watch out for her. Alright, this is the very first attempt of feeding the newly acquired Sericopacus Sumatran tiger that I got from T-Soy Spiders. Let's see what this one does as for a pinhead. Ooh, nice one. Very nice. Cool. Alright, let's try Trinity. She's an A versicolor, Antilles Pinktoe. And there she is. She got it. Very, very cool. Alright, here's Zelda, my Pyrogalis female, the one that gave me the lovely sack. So time for food, so you can be healthy. There we go. Look at that girl. What a perfect name, Zelda. Nice and fat. Very proud of this tea. Alright, here is Thrixopelma sanulum, the Cobalt Red Rump, named Marin. No problem for her. Alright, this one here is a Lampripelma valiciopes, the Singapore Blue that I got from Mademoiselle 1. Oh. Where is that tea? Oh, there it is. Cool. Next, here's Kina, the Haplopelma species Columbia at large, the pumpkin patch. Look at that. Now that is an attack. Wow, everyone, I would highly recommend getting these species if you want teas that are not that large but attack like crazy fast. That was an example of one of them. Wow. I'm impressed. Very impressed with this species. Now this is a tea that is not afraid to call anyone you donkey. Cryptophilus Ramsey, the Cuban pygmy. Another very avid eater. Look at that. Nice, and I think this is a female. So it's definitely a plus. Pretty fat, alright. Next time she molts, I'm going to rehouse her in a deli cup. Ooh, nice one. Here is one of the Trinidad chevrons that I got last year from Sinister. Jesse, who has my LP mature male that he's breeding. Salmon post Cambridgei. Alright, let's try another Cambridgei sling. Second one we'll need, this is number 3. Oh, there she is. Yeah, this is a 3/4 inch, half-inch one. Yeah, they're doing really well now. Those little slings that you just saw are going to become this big when they're going to become an adult. This is an adult female Camergy. This one is Trina. She's approximately around 7 inches. One of the largest members of the group. Lo and behold, your typical monocentropic temperament when they all get to settle down. This is my Lambertoni, the Madagascar Lamberton's tea. A very expensive brown tea. Oh, she's in a bad, bad mood. She's evil. Alright, I'm not sure if this one is going to eat. This is Salem, my P. formosa female. Salem ornamental. Good girl. There we go. That is one nice tea. Okay. Poecilotheria ornata, the fringed ornamental. Beautiful. I love the ornata. One of the largest pokies. Alright, here is Mommy T.sanctivincenti, the St. Vincent's tree spider. This is her second feeding since they had her egg sac. Man, she is one gorgeous girl. And here is the mature male. That's Armando's male T.sanctivincenti. There we go. You got Mommy and Daddy that ate. Now then tomorrow we'll feed the babies and see how well they eat for the first time. Yet another tappy. This one here is my large female gigas, Barb. The orange tree spider, or the orange chevron. Excellent. Alright, this one here is a Salmopolis pulcher, Panama Blonde. So far today I'm in a big singing mood. Do 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 do. And she ate it, no problem. This is Rosalina from the Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, this is another Salmopolis that's not always that common in the hobby. But yeah, she's fantastic. 4.5 inch adult female. Well, I should say mature. She's not really fully adult yet. Here's Code Dark 2's mature male P. regalis that I mated with Zelda. Oh, nice. Got it. Strange. A lot of my pokies are not interested in eating, like my Tigrinuacelli, the Miranda, the Smithy. Yeah, you did a good job. Here's Annabelle, Avicularia, the common Pinktoe. There she goes. I love the Pinktoes. They're actually really a cute genus. It's too bad the slings are just really difficult and fragile to raise. Yeah, nice female. Here's Floyd, a mature male, Eupalaestrus campestratus, pink zebra beauty. Not a problem for him. Although his admin patch seems kind of dark. Here's a Zenithus emanus, the Colombian lesser black. This is Genesis, a 3-inch male. Let's see if he's going to attack. Took it gently this time. Here's Fantasia, a Brachypelma vagans verdezi hybrid. Mexican fantasy. Ooh, nice pounce on that one. Yeah, she's pretty gorgeous. Alright, this is Lily's first meal, Monocentropas balfouri, the Socotra island blue baboon. Let me just get the superworm in there. Ooh, that is not what I wanted her to do. Oh boy. It's okay. Not what I expected, but she's a looker. Or at least it might be a male. Alright, not interested. Well, we'll try one more time. See. Oh. Alright, gotta be careful with this one. Alright, you go back in. Was sure unexpected. I gotta watch out for this one. Well, that's sure one way of getting your tea out from its burrow. Now we're gonna go to something a little less potent and certainly very large. This one here is my Acanthoscuria broccolhursti, the giant white banded, Sasha. Right now she's like almost a 6-inch female. She's usually got a crazy appetite. There we go. And she looks really nice after her molt. Here's a very beautiful Chromatopelma Cyanopubescens, the green bottle blue. Valencia. Kind of mellow. Here's my L. parahybana, the salmon pink bird eater. This is Daisy, a 5-inch female. Good job. That's a Chilobrachys guanaceensis, the Chinese fawn. And a lot of people have asked me what type of tarantulas make serious webs. Well, I have to admit it's probably one of the best webbers that I've seen than in GBB. Just look at her enclosure. That is one haunted 6-liter shoebox. Wow, the webs on these species are amazing. Alright, here's Charlotte, Grammosola pulchripes, my largest Chaco. Wow, she's pretty quick. Alright, here's Jason's mature male. Aphonopelma calcodes, desert blonde. This guy's a real chicken to my female. I will say, he's a lot better eater than my female. Here's another old-timer. This one is a mature male, Theraphosa sturmi, burgundy Goliath bird eater. He last matured in February of 2010, so it's almost well over 2 years now. That's it. What a good old guy. This one here is Daniela, my LP female. Number 3. Not a problem for her. Here's Michaela, Grammosola rosea, Chilean rose. It's the one that fasted for the past 4 months. Now that I figured out that she likes crickets best. She eats them happily, just like Thalia. Oh, wow. Definitely loves crickets. She is one beautiful big T. This one here is a Panthobidius antinus, the Bolivian Stevie blue leg. Freshly molted. She's probably around, close to around 8 inches now. Good girl, Jade. Wow, she's almost as black as my pulchra. This is Brachypelma smithi, the Mexican red knee, scarlet, my gorgeous 5-inch female. Excellent. Behold Gretel, my Theraphosa sturmi, mature female, burgundy Goliath bird eater. So, let's see what she's going to do this evening. Oh, nice. She's on her game today. Awesome. Unfortunately, I have a death to report. My Sericosmus elegans, the Trinidad dwarf. Yeah, that's the one with the dark triangle on its carapace. Pity, she was well hydrated too, well fed. Guess it just happens like that. That really sucks, but hopefully I'll get a replacement. And yeah, definitely female. Alright, gotta go wash my hands and continue on. Alright, here's Annette. She is my Brachypelma vagans, the Mexican red rump. Oh, I can see she's pretty hungry. Snap. And I always save the best for last. Here's Morris, my Grammosola rosea red form, male. His first superworm. Puts a smile into my face when he eats great. It's too bad that female, Lois, is not a good eater compared to him. Alright. Roll over, Maggie. Come on. Dance. Sit. Sit. Paw. Paw. Other paw. High five. Good girl. There we go. And what's not one feeding video complete with a little short clip of Maggie, my 7-year-old female Shih Tzu. Hard to believe, next month, on May 10th, she's going to be 8 years old. Hey Maggie, you're going to be 8 years old. So that's 56. One dog year is similar to around 7 years, human years. And I love this dog. She's such a pretty girl. She gives me a lot of love and attention. So overall, it was a pretty good feeding video. The best attack definitely had to go to the pumpkin patch. Very cool and unique tea, and certainly a very fast creature. So I want to thank everyone for watching this video, and on behalf of my 249 teas, we all want to wish you a very happy Easter, as well as happy Passover. So stay tuned tomorrow, as we're going to film an exclusive feeding video of most of the 92 plus 2 or 3 of them. T.sanctivincenti, the St. Vincent's tree spider. Gotta love those. As well as I'll do a Mythbuster video early this week on the Brachypelma genus. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoy it.